good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us here on this Thursday morning on Up with KREM. I'm Channing Curtis. Let's take a look at the forecast now with meteorologist Thomas Patrick, though, because Thomas, if people are heading out today, they might throw on a small sweater right now, but they got to take it off for later.
Yeah, you need something that's gonna be a layer for you because yeah, it's a little bit cool out there this morning. Hopefully you are enjoying that taste of fall on this Friday Eve. Of course, getting our day kicked off right, but it is cool in a lot of spots. Coeur d'Alene, you're at 43 degrees. Same story in Sandpoint and Colville. Just fix the temperature reading on the map there. Just wanted to point out. Deer Park, you're at 41, and the St. Mary's observation is at 38 degrees this morning. So yeah, a little chilly. Nice to have a fall-like morning, but it will be comfortable this afternoon. High temperatures will still hit 80 degrees, which is warmer than what it was yesterday. So we will take that for sure. But the best news, of course, is our air quality, which is currently listed in the good category at 48, the AQI there. It'll be between good and moderate all day today, which is plenty good for anything you got to do outdoors.
Nearly a week since they first started, 2 deadly wildfires continue to burn in Spokane County. The Oregon Road fire has burned more than 11,000 acres. Crews have been working around the clock and they are making progress, but that fire is just now 4% contained. Thankfully, some evacuation orders have been lowered. Areas near Newport Highway on the west and Chattaroy on the east have been downgraded to level 2 get set evacuations, while some areas near Mount Spokane have been downgraded to level 1 get ready evacuation status. But those level 3 go now evacuation levels still remain in both Spokane and Pend Oreille counties. Turning to the Gray Fire in Medical Lake now, with level 3 evacuations completely removed, hundreds of residents have attended a community meeting to discuss next steps. That's where Brandon T. Jones is joining us live from right now. Now, Brandon, you have been in Medical Lake the last few days. Can you tell us about this meeting and what residents there are now saying that they get to return back to their homes?
Yeah, Channing, good morning. Well, there was quite a turnout here at Medical Lake High School last night. A lot of the town was able to come out here, and for the first time they heard from city leaders and fire crews about where this fire started here in Medical Lake. That's the Gray Fire that we're referring to, of course. And so those officials told them that it began about 3 miles southwest of town on a hillside, burning wheat stubble. We also learned in the meeting that Avista has restored power throughout the community and 95% of gas lines are repaired. We've been seeing their trucks go from street to street all week. Fire crews and the mayor informed the town that forward progression of the fire has also stopped, but they're still urging the community to be safe because of hot spots and weakened trees. In terms of those weakened trees, we've also heard a lot of chainsaws being very active throughout the week as well. Last night's meeting was also the first time many residents got a chance to connect with each other since the Gray Fire began on Friday.
Wanted to know more. I was more interested in the procedure now on the cleanup. You know, what help are we going to have? Are we going to have any backup from the federal government, things like that? And we didn't get a whole lot of that, but apparently it's to come.
Medical Lake Mayor Terry Cooper says she's been in contact with the White House and expects more answers regarding state and federal assistance very soon. Authorities also plan to open a resource center here in Medical Lake by Friday night that will serve as a one-stop shop for residents. It'll be a source for residents to access insurance providers, the Department of Licensing, and other services that they may need as this rebuilding and process goes on. But that location hasn't been identified yet, but that also should be announced here very soon. For now, reporting live in Medical Lake, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
Well, this evening, our very own Tom Sherry will be here cooking up Tom's barbecue for our crews. Now, while he's cooking dinner for our team, he will also have a very special message on our Help to Northwest efforts to raise money for our local Red Cross. So be sure to join us tonight on the KREM 2 News at 4, 5, and 6. Now, if you are able to help out and interested in donating to your local Red Cross at this time, text the word HELP to our number 509-448-2000. We'll send you a link right to your phone, and once you click on that link, you can select your local Red Cross chapter and donate to them. Any and all money does help right now. So many people are in need, and we appreciate you all who have already donated. This morning, all level 1 get ready evacuations have been lifted for Hayden Lake area residents for that Ridge Creek fire burning in Kootenai County. However, the Bunko area remains in level 1 and level 2 evacuation status. So far, this fire has burned close to 4,300 acres and is just 15% contained. The man accused of murdering 4 University of Idaho students last fall has now waived his right to a speedy trial. So that means his trial will not start in October as planned. Brian Kohberger appeared in court yesterday. His public defender says there just is not enough time for them to review evidence, finish investigations, and prepare to begin in October. The state agreed that more time could be beneficial. The Latah County prosecutor says while the state would like to wrap this trial up quickly, this case is highly important and deserves to have the most effective counsel.
If you waive, you're waiving really forever in this case. So if we were to push this out, this case, and then something else happens that allows us or requires us to push it out a little farther, you can't claim your right to a speedy trial at that point. Sure you want to do this?
Absolutely.
The trial date will be rescheduled at some point next month. During yesterday's hearing, the defense also announced they will be filing a motion to take the death penalty off the table. Kohberger will be back in court next Friday as the court will hear a motion of dismissing the grand jury indictment against him.
6:07 and weather-wise a bit on the cool side this morning. In fact, in Spokane at 51 degrees, this is actually one of the warmer spots for the inland Northwest. We're seeing plenty of temperatures in the 40s as of this morning, so be prepared for a bit of a chilly start to the day, but it still is going to be pleasantly summer-like this afternoon, about 80, 81 degrees between Coeur d'Alene and Spokane respectively, a few upper 70s, a few mid 80s in some other locations. Yeah, looking nice today and not too hazy out there either. Still a little bit present, but not enough that's going to hit our air quality. Maybe just a little bit more smoke or haze across far northern Washington, but nothing that is looking terribly extreme. Nothing that'll push our air quality into that unhealthy range.
The time is now 6:08. Let's take a look at your morning rush. More news in less time. The man accused of a murder near Franklin Park appeared in court yesterday. Police believe 42-year-old Jose Matthews shot and killed a man on North Division last month. Matthews is also being charged with assault for attacking his ex-girlfriend. Court documents show that she was the one who turned him into police for that shooting. He's now being held on a more than $2 million bond. 2 members of the white nationalist group Patriot Front appear to have accepted plea deals for their role in planning to disrupt a pride event in Coeur d'Alene last year. According to our news partners at the Coeur d'Alene Press, Winston Durham of Idaho and Spencer Simpson of Washington admitted to failing to obtain a parade permit. Their jury trials have both been vacated, and Simpson also paid more than $400 in fines. Washington Governor Jay Inslee has appointed a new director for the Washington State Office of Equity. Megan Matthews grew up in Tacoma and has a background in social services. She's been serving as acting director of the agency since May. That's when the previous director, Dr. Karen Johnson, was fired for inappropriate conduct. A state investigation concluded Johnson made unreasonable requests of staff members and made inappropriate or insensitive comments to some staff members, among other issues. Well, another Home Depot may soon be coming to the Palouse. Just yesterday, the Idaho State Board of Education approved a plan for the University of Idaho to lease land to Home Depot. This is a look at the proposed plans. The 136,000 square foot store will be built right behind the Palouse Mall. And that's a look at your morning rush.